All right, if you're in the construction game in Florida, you know the deal. Getting paid is everything. But you also know that sometimes it just doesn't happen. So what do you do then? We're going to break down one of the most powerful tools you have to protect your bottom line, the Florida Lien Law, and one very specific deadline you absolutely cannot afford to miss.
It really is the question that keeps contractors and suppliers up at night, isn't it? You've put in the hours, you've delivered the materials, you did the job, and you did it right. But the check isn't in the mail. What's your next move? What are your options?
Look, this isn't just some small headache. It's a major threat to your business. But here's the good news. Florida law gives you a powerful way to get leverage and secure the money you've earned. It's called a construction lien.
So what is a construction lien, really? Well, think of it like this. It's a legal claim that you attach directly to the property you worked on. You're basically putting a formal public notice on the property's title that says, hey, I added value here, and I haven't been paid for it. It's a serious legal step that can pave the way to getting your money.
And this tool has some serious teeth. A valid lien can actually stop a property from being sold or refinanced until you're paid. But, and this is a big but, that power comes with a catch. The whole process is governed by some very strict, very unforgiving rules and deadlines. You miss one step, you make one mistake, and you could lose your right to file a lien altogether.
And here it is. This is the number, 45. You need to burn this number into your brain, because for most subs and suppliers, this isn't a guideline. It's not a suggestion. It is the single most important deadline in the entire process. Let's break down exactly what needs to happen inside this 45-day window.
So yeah, this critical 45-day rule, it all comes down to one specific document. It's called the Notice to Owner. Honestly, understanding this notice is the first and maybe the most important step you can take to make sure you get paid.
Okay, so for pretty much anyone who doesn't have a direct contract with the property owner, and yet that's most of us, right? Subcontractors, suppliers. The process is simple, but it is strict. The clock starts ticking on day one, the very first day you show up to furnish labor or materials. From that day, you have to send a notice to owner, and crucially, the property owner has to receive it within 45 days. And I gotta stress this, not postmarked, it has to be in their hands.
Let me be crystal clear here. There is no sugarcoating this. It is that simple and it is that severe. If you miss that 45-day deadline, you give up your right to file a lien. Period. There are no extensions, no do-overs. Following this one rule might be the only thing standing between you getting paid and you walking away empty-handed. Now that notice to owner is absolutely vital, but it's just one piece of a bigger puzzle. To really get it, to really protect yourself, you need to see how it fits into the overall process with two other key documents that basically frame the entire project.
Okay, so let's map it out. It all kicks off when the owner records something called a Notice of Commencement. That officially starts the project, and it's your signal to get ready. Next, as we've covered, your notice to owner has to be in their hands within 45 days of your start date. Then, way down the line, if you're still unpaid, a new clock starts on your last day of work. You have 90 days from that final day to record the actual claim of lien.
So let's just make sure we're clear on the two big documents that you control. The notice to owner is your first move. It's proactive. It just protects your rights for later. Think of it as just raising your hand and saying, hey, I'm here and I'm part of this project. The claim of lien, that's what you file when things have gone wrong and you haven't been paid. That's the formal legal claim against the property itself.
So as you can see, we're talking about a lot more than just some administrative busywork, right? The stakes here are incredibly high. Getting these rules right isn't just good business, it's absolutely essential for surviving and thriving in this industry.
And you have to remember, you're stepping into serious legal territory. Your record keeping has to be perfect. Because filing a fraudulent lien isn't just a mistake, it's a crime. Same goes for misusing project funds. That can be a felony. The bottom line is simple. You have to know the law, and you have to follow it. It's non-negotiable.
So all this brings us to one final, really important question that I want you to ask yourself right now. Take a hard look at your own shop, your invoicing process, how you track projects, your internal checklists. Are your business practices truly lien-proof? Because making sure they are is one of the most important things you can do to protect your business.